Not until the chairman saw the video of his daughter running over and killing someone did he understand why his son had refused to tell him the truth. The person his daughter had killed was his son's father-in-law. The chairman could hardly believe it because in his memory, his daughter had always been such a good girl. The board meeting was the next day. Leo threatened the chairman that if he dared to kick him out, he would expose everything, and the only one who would get hurt would be Mary. The chairman quickly arranged to meet with his daughter. He just couldn't understand why, after hitting someone, they wouldn't take the victim to the hospital. After all, a wealthy family like theirs was least afraid of paying money. But fleeing the scene and then covering it up was no longer just about paying a fine. Mary could only keep saying she was sorry, completely devoid of her usual arrogance. And this whole thing had been orchestrated by Leo. She had wanted to call the police, but in the end, fear won out over reason. With Leo whispering in her ear, she had done something incredibly stupid. Even the wealthy wife's agreement to the marriage had been out of a desire to protect her daughter. Now, she was threatening the chairman herself. She would never let that bastard get away with this. Soon, the wealthy wife confronted Leo and tore into him. Leo told her to watch her words because she was speaking to the chairman of the group, and basic respect was still required. The wealthy wife was nearly choked by that remark. Meanwhile, Mary couldn't accept Leo's behavior either. She was willing to be threatened by her husband, but she refused to let her family suffer the same way she did. Leo told Mary to remember her place. After all, she had never really been the chairman's daughter. Leo had married her precisely because of that status. But in the end, he still had to rely on himself to climb to the top. His repulsive true nature was now fully exposed. To push his wife out of the picture, Leo called a company-wide meeting the next day and announced that Mary had stolen the London franchise store plan. Mary tried to defend herself, but everything she said sounded weak. Her colleagues all looked at her with shock and disdain. Only at that moment did Mary realize she had given her heart to the wrong person. Everything everyone had said about Leo was true. Only she, the fool, had kept believing in her husband. Jenny witnessed this scene. She hoped Mary would identify Leo as the mastermind behind everything. That way, not only could he be brought to justice, but Mary could also reduce her own guilt. But Leo had something on Mary, and she didn't dare say a word. Mary was fired from the company. The person most furious was the wealthy wife who had always raised her daughter to be her heir. She threatened to expose what Leo had done. But Leo wasn't afraid at all, because it was the wealthy wife herself who had stolen Alex away back then. This time, Leo wouldn't even need to lift a finger. The chairman would throw that woman out of the house himself. Mary happened to overhear this scene. She never imagined her mother could be so cruel, hiding something so terrible from everyone and doing something so awful to her father. Mary still couldn't quite accept it. Her mother could only hold her daughter tightly and comfort her. She didn't want her daughter to do anything foolish again because of her.